Hello, everyone. My name is Joe Jordan. Welcome to Refuse to Lose. Today's episode will be about LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan. Where do I rank these top individuals in order? Also, please like and subscribe to the video. And also, once you subscribe, just put it in the comment section, and I will try my best to respond to you guys. And enjoy the video.
I refuse to lose, I'd rather get these weak dudes the blues and separate them from their Jews, teach them don'ts and do's. I raise tools, make crews, make decisions confused.
All right, so where do we start? So I'm going to start with number 3. Now, my third best player from these top 3 individuals, sorry guys, it had to be Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is my favorite player, but I believe when it comes to career-wise, greatness, Kobe is number 3, and let me tell you why, all right? So let me give you Kobe's career averages as a starter because he was drafted into the league coming off the bench. So as a starter, he averaged 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, right? He's also a 2-time scoring champ. He's also an MVP for the season, 2 times finals MVP, 5-time NBA champion. And one thing he has over the other 2, he has 12 he's on the 12 all defensive teams. Now, the problem I have with Kobe is he went through a drought. He went through 3 years when he struggled, all right, in the prime of his career. That's the key. He was in the prime of his career. You look at the year, so he played with Shaq the year after Shaq left. In 05, missed the playoffs. Missed the playoffs in 05. And in 06, he went up 3-1 against a Phoenix Suns and then dropped the 3-1 lead and actually lost 4-3 to the Suns in the first round. And also, in the last game, in the closeout game, Kobe Bryant, he only scored 24 points, right, after scoring 50 points the game before. Also, right, you look at 07, played against the same Phoenix Suns team, lost 4-1. And then he bounced back the next year. They picked up Pau Gasol, forming the team around him, and then he ended up taking this team to the championship, lose to the Boston Celtics. Come back the year after that, beats the Orlando Magic in 2009, and then 2010, his ultimate achievement, beating the Boston Celtics, getting his revenge. But the problem I also have with the Kobe Bryant career is the year after he beat the Celtics, he was swept by the Dallas Mavericks in the first round. With the same team he had the year before, and then, but the thing about Kobe Bryant is he had a lot of injuries his last 5 years of his career. I believe he had 22 different injuries the last 5 years, and that he became a forgotten figure to a lot of people during that time. A lot of people forgot of his greatness because they were used to seeing him hurt. He couldn't jump anymore because he had an Achilles injury also. It was so bad that he knew it was over. He cried in his post-game interview, right? So I believe I will put Kobe number 3, and I will put LeBron and Jordan above Kobe. The simple fact that it's a career thing. He started off the bench. He did, and then he had Shaq with them. That kind of probably tarnished his numbers, even though he still averaged a great amount of points per game. And the last 5 years of career, it was ugly for him, right? So now let's move on to number 2. My number 2 person on this list is LeBron James. I'm sorry, guys. LeBron James is not the greatest of all time, in my opinion, but he is number 2 all time. And let me tell you why. So let me tell you about LeBron's numbers first of all. LeBron, his career averages 27 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. He's also a 4-time season MVP, 4-time NBA champion, 4-time finals MVP, 17 first team All-NBA, also 6-time defensive team defensive first team also, right? And he's also, I forgot to mention, Kobe had 2 scoring titles while LeBron only had 1. All right. So what I love about LeBron is that LeBron, he was drafted into a situation unlike Kobe. Kobe was drafted to a great team. LeBron James was drafted to a terrible team. Remember, the Cleveland Cavaliers, not just the Cavaliers, Cleveland, period, was terrible. All sports, they haven't won in years, decades. And then LeBron shows up, and it was new life. Kind of like the Chicago Bulls when Michael Jordan showed up. So the thing is, with the Cavaliers, what I like about LeBron is this. With those Cavaliers team, he didn't have a second superstar. His second all-star was Mo Williams, and Mo Williams is not truly an all-star. So in the 08-09 season, the Cavaliers, in that same season, you had the Denver Nuggets, you had the San Antonio Spurs, you had the Los Angeles Lakers, you had the Boston Celtics, you had the Atlanta Hawks, who had a great regular season, and in the Orlando Magic. In that same season, LeBron James led his team to the best record in the NBA, and his second best player was Mo Williams. Even though he didn't finish the job because he didn't have any help, but think about that. He carried that team to the best record. I believe they only lost 16 games that year. That is crazy, right? That is insane. So that's awesome. And then also, right, LeBron never went through a drought. He never went through a drought. I know he went 2 years in his whole career without not making the playoffs. If I'm not mistaken, his rookie year he didn't make the playoffs, and his first year with LA he didn't make the playoffs. But LeBron James never went through a drought. He was always relevant. He was always either considered best player in the league or a favorite to win the championship almost every year of his career. And he carried that 017 to the NBA Finals, got swept by the San Antonio Spurs, but he beat the Eastern Conference champions the year before and the NBA champions 2 years prior, Detroit Pistons. Even though I know they didn't have Ben Wallace, but what he did to get them that victory, I believe he scored 27 out of their last 30 points. That's great. Now let's move on to number one. My number one person, of course, is the greatest of all time, MJ, Michael Jordan. And Reggie Miller, the Black Cat. So Michael Jordan, let's go over his averages. And then also, I believe Michael Jordan is an undisputed GOAT. I mean, it's no question. Any shape or form, how you want to shape it, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Michael Jordan career averages 30 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Also, that 30 points is tied with Wilt Chamberlain all time. Think about that. You tie with anything with Wilt Chamberlain, you're great. Also, that includes the Wizards years when he took off a few years. Also, you have 10 straight scoring time. When he played his last 10 full seasons with the Chicago Bulls, he led the league in scoring. And think about this. When he came into the league, they said there has never been a guy who led his team in scoring and a guard who led his team to the NBA Finals and won a championship. Michael Jordan did that 6 times. He led every time he won the scoring title. Every time he won an NBA title, he led the league in scoring, guys. That is crazy. Also, Michael Jordan, 5-time MVP, 6-time NBA champion, 6-time Finals MVP. He also won Defensive Player of the Year, something Kobe or LeBron never done. All right, he was also 11-time All-NBA, 9-time defensive team. And then think about this. LeBron gets a lot of praise for his durability. His durability, he's never hurt. Michael Jordan, he played 15 seasons in NBA, really 14 and a half, because one of those seasons he only played 17 games, right? That's when he came back from the MLB. Sorry, he didn't play in the. He actually played minor leagues, or I believe minor leagues, but he came back from playing baseball, and he only played 17 games. But in 14 full seasons, right? It was only 2 seasons out of those 14 seasons he did not play at least 80 games. All right, think about it. That's durability. In those 2 seasons, one season with the Washington Wizards, first year with the Wizards, I believe, he only played 60 games because he was hurt. That's the year they had Rip Hamilton. And then his second year as a Chicago Bulls, he broke his foot and only played 22 games, but came back, and we all know what happened in playoffs. He scored 49 points against the Celtics the first game, and the second game dropped 63 points against the Celtics. I mean, and Larry Bird said that's probably the best team he ever played on. So Michael Jordan is a GOAT. Also, against the Cavaliers, a lot of people say he needs Scottie Pippen. Without Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan is nothing. He didn't win his first playoff series until Scottie Pippen came into the picture. Oh, really? Okay, so look, against the Cavaliers, when he won his first playoff series, let me tell you what Michael Jordan averaged. Michael Jordan averaged 45.2 points, 5.4 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 2.8 steals, 1.6 blocks. And let me tell you what Scottie Pippen, the guy he actually needed to get to the second round, right? Let me tell you what Scottie Pippen averaged in that same series. He averaged 10.6 points, 5.2 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 0.8 steals, and 1 block a game. And he needed Scottie Pippen. I think Ilgauskas' numbers were better than Scottie Pippen when LeBron James played with him, right? So my thing is, Michael Jordan is the undisputed GOAT, any way how you want to twist it. And yeah, that's my list, guys. Michael Jordan number 1, LeBron number 2, and Kobe Bryant number 3. All right, so if you like what you heard today, please like and subscribe. If you dislike what you heard today, please like and subscribe. And just put in the comments what you like or dislike about what I said. Let's debate about it. I love to talk sports. And thank you guys for sticking to the end. Make sure you subscribe and check the notification bell so you know the next time I post a video. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I refuse to lose. I'd rather get these weak dudes the blues and separate them from their Jews. Teach them don'ts and do's. I raise tools, make crews, make decisions confused.